Good morning, this is Orlando with Aquaria. Today we are in Georgetown, Texas. We're trying to kind of get set up here and get ready for an installation. Pretty much plan to be here for a few days. So one of the things I wanted to start off with today is the clearance, right? So we're at this great property here in Georgetown, Texas. And the installation actually is going to be in the very back of the property. And so in here, what you're seeing is the very front of the property. And what I want to point out here is the fact that, we have to account for, since this area, in order for our truck deliveries to take place, our machines are pretty large. In this installation specifically, we're installing our two largest machines, two of the largest machines, which is the Hydropack X, and then a smaller machine in the greenhouse back here that you'll see in a minute. But I wanted to again cover since the beginning, right? So we definitely want to account for things such as like 18 to 22 foot box truck dropping off these machines. Also the water tank storage. If one is going to be part of the installation, they can, vary in sizes. We want to account for, tree limbs and things like that, just to make sure, and also accessibility, since the installation's way in the back. We want to make sure that we account for everything to make sure that, again, it's successful and that we don't damage anything for, in the customer's property. Alrighty, so now that we're on the other side, we were just speaking to you on the main side of the property. This is the customer's additional entrance here. And obviously you can tell a big difference, right? We have plenty of space to get into the area that we're going to be working on. And again, this is a good, good exercise or something good to look at in order for, for things to be in the clear since the beginning of the project. We've came out here and scoped it out before, trying to make sure that everything was accessible while we were doing our walkthroughs with the customer. And so again, I just wanted to kind of show you, how it would look in a perfect scenario, for us to kind of be able to access the property without, hassling the customer here or being in their way. And of course, again, talking about the safety and accessibility for our units and our water tank storage, and also for the installer to be able to bring in heavy machinery to show you exactly, it's still quite a way, but we make sure, again, the clearance with the trees, structures. Another thing you want to be conscious about is some folks have septic tanks, gas lines, and additional water lines that may be damaged by trucks or anything like that. So again, we want to make sure that even, trees are one thing, structures are another thing, and also we want to have those conversations with our customers or the homeowner in regards to any gas lines or anything else that may be, something that we can damage on our way to the property. And right now, again, this is our desired location for the installation. These guys back here are setting up the concrete pad. And so at the end of the day, what you'll have here is you'll have in the very back, we're going to go ahead and install the water storage unit. And right along the side right here, in this area that we'll get to more details in here in a little bit, we can see that you're starting to build a form away from the structure of the building. And that's a good reason. There's a reason for that. We would definitely want to make sure that our machines maintain a good airflow throughout on both sides, specifically on these large Hydropack X. They have a filter on both sides of the machine. So in this case, this structure makes a little bit of a difference because it's a very see-through type of flowy situation here. But if it was more of a concrete wall or something more solid, I could be a little bit more concerned regarding the airflow. But if it's, again, in this case, it kind of helps us out that we're working with the greenhouse here and everything just kind of flows with what we're doing. We're inside of the greenhouse right now. We're walking through to the electrical process of it, and then show you how our electrical lines are going to be running from the actual main panel. So now that we're here inside of the greenhouse, again, I just wanted to show you the electrical intent and what we would do in these kind of cases, especially we're dealing with concrete, plastic kind of wall that we can't really get out through, or it'll affect the actual greenhouse here. So again, we just want to show you the electrical pump panel starts here. We have our intention here to connect our Hydropack X takes a 50 amp breaker double pole, so that should be two of these. So we're expecting one machine to take 2 units here. The next one, it'll be two big units going in. So we're going to take these 2 slots for one, these 2 slots for the next, then these 2 slots that are going to be for the next 20 amp double pole breaker, just for our internal or a smaller machine, our Hydropack S. And then we'll have one more that's going to be utilized for an actual plug that's outside in order for us to, be able to pump the water back into the home. I wanted to point out our lines are going to be very similar to this, and we have 3 lines that are going to be coming in here. So we have 3 lines that are going to go up through the ceiling racks and then go all the way to the back. And then we'll either zip tie them like you see already here, or in a very nice structured line. You know, we're very huge on aesthetics and, you know, just making sure that everything looks good. So we'll do some of the same process 3 times and we'll show you what it looks like. Again, right now we haven't started that, but we'll show you once it's done how everything got wrapped up and how we managed to get outside and to get our power. And then we'll definitely be able to access anything electrical outside instead of having to come all the way in here. You know, so again, the idea is for us to get outside, bring in all the power that's needed. We could have created a sub panel outside, but that would have been a little too heavy on the structure here in order for us to run a thicker wire, because again, we would have to create another one outside. So in this case, we just chose to run in each individual line all the way this way, just for keeping the structure safe as it is. And so one of the biggest things in this project is, you know, it's a large amount of concrete. Here we're looking at about a 50 feet by 120 feet building. And the reason for that is, like, in this case particularly, they're looking to maintain their humidity levels and all that stuff based on what they do here. But for us, as far as the installation process, we also want to, you know, we could have torn through the concrete and created a new slab or created a new pathway for our electrical process, or trenching, any kind of trenching, whether it was here or outside. But again, we always want to take somewhat path of least resistance when it comes to dealing with already existing structures or things that we may damage if the customer, you know, has a future intent for the structure. So we want to ask all those questions before we start going, and obviously pick the right process, understanding, you know, the customer's situation, where they're trying to do, and their desired location. But again, it's a part of the process that we should be clarifying these questions just to make sure that we're on the right process with the customer.